And we are back on it. Okay, so for the off podcast, we just had a fight with a mosquito, but now we are good. Okay, so welcome everyone on this new episode of Sans Prétention. As you can heard it, this episode is gonna be a bit special because we're gonna do it in English. So sorry for all my non-English listeners. But we're gonna do this episode in English because I'm welcoming Ghady today. So hello Ghady, how are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How about you?
I'm very fine. I'm very happy to do this episode with you. This episode that we decided about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
At the top of a mountain, we decided to do a podcast together, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy to do it today. So we're gonna explain why this episode is gonna be in English, because we aren't speaking in English for the pleasure. It's a pleasure, but there is a reason. Everything has a reason in life. So this is why we are doing it today. So how are you today? Are you feeling stressed? A bit stressed? How did you react when I asked you to be part of this podcast?
So, first, thank you for having me. I'm also very happy to be here with you. I think part of it was a surprise. Another part was I was interested in it. I've already heard other people being on your podcast, and I was just thinking, one day. So very happy to be here. And even the context, we did it. We chose it to be. We decided to do that when we were on a mountain. So it gives me also pleasure to have this context with you. And
are you familiar with podcasts?
In general, with podcasts, with your podcast specifically, I listened to a few episodes.
Okay.
Also to be not all of them, but also to be familiar with. To
be aware of the questions of the ambience.
What type of podcast it is specifically?
Okay.
Because is it something that is specific for a theme or personal or whatever? So I tried a bit to anticipate your question.
Yeah. Well, the goal of the podcast is mainly to have a good time between the host and the invited, and the person who's here. And it's to speak about what we are doing of our lives, but to be a bit general in order that it can speak to anyone. Anyone listening to the podcast can relate a bit, maybe because they have the same age or because they have the same projects. I think that everyone has a unique life, and everyone has something to share, has something. And even if we think that our life is very simple, is very ordinary, I think that every ordinary life is unique, and so we have all something to share. And this is why I'm continuing to host this podcast, because I like to just share about an hour and a half with a friend, but all the people that have been on the podcast are not my friends. It depends. Are not my friends at the same level. There are people that I know for 15 years, for 20 years. There are people like you that I have known for a few weeks, around that. So I think it's gonna be a very good episode. And so to go into the first subject. Initially, you are from Lebanon.
Yes.
How does it come that you speak so much languages and that you speak them so well? Because from Lebanon, you speak Arabic, you speak English now, and you speak French too. We could have done this episode in French, but we've been on holidays together, and you explained to us that speaking in English was easier for you.
Yes.
But okay, I'm speaking too much. So how does it come that you speak so much languages and that you speak them so well?
So it is very common in Lebanon to speak the 3 languages.
Okay.
and to know the three languages. Briefly, so we speak the Lebanese dialect
Yeah.
in our daily lives, and then we know the Arabic language, which is the formal type of language that we have to write or speak in a formal situations.
Okay. So the Lebanese dialect is.
It's different than the Arabic one.
Yeah. Okay. But
It is Arabic. It is
Yeah.
based on Arabic, but we add words from our from like Turkish, from Syriac, from old generations. So we mix a bit of words.
Okay, and so it is this dialect. You speak it with your friends, your family
Yeah.
in Lebanon, but for the official documents, the official language,
It's Arabic.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly. And then, as we were also a French colony for a while, so French language is very common in Lebanon.
Okay.
And then we have the English language, which is also a bit common. The idea is we have two education systems in Lebanon, English and French.
Okay.
And in this education system we will focus on, for example, if it's an English education system like mine, I went to an English school.
Okay.
I will take the three languages, but the other subjects like math, sciences, and things like that would be in English.
Okay.
So that's why I practiced more English than French.
Okay.
And I was raised up in a family where my parents are French educated. So this also helped me improve my French, because the cartoons we were looking at when we were kids, or the songs that my parents put, were in French.
Okay.
So it gave me a big mix. However,
and was it your choice to go to an English school?
My parents' choice.
Okay. And but did you agree with their choice, or?
It's a bit different than France. So when you go to a school, it's the same school you go to since you're a child. So since preschool, if you want, till you graduate up until university, you go to the same school, so English system.
But are you happy to
I'm very happy.
Okay.
Especially, I think I'm very happy because I have the French language. I have what to need to speak it. However, all the technical things today within your computer, I work in the digital world, so most of the things are in English, and I'm happy to have both sides. So I think if I was in a more French context within Lebanon today, I wouldn't be at ease in English as I am today.
Okay. Yes, and would you say that this is this big melting of different languages that gives you, or that helped you to start to travel across the world and to leave Lebanon and to start different opportunities?
It for sure it helped me. It wasn't the thing that pushed me.
Okay.
But it helped me.
Okay.
France wasn't my first choice, as I am English educated, and I would have preferred, if I wanted just to take a choice, to say, okay, I'm going to the UK or to the US or a country that speaks English. As I a bit lost my French when I was in the university in Lebanon, partly because it was purely English, and we stopped looking at cartoons and things like that. So
you stopped looking at cartoons at university.
So surprise, but yeah. At the end, what made me come really to France and decide I want to move there is the university, the program that I chose, the context of the relationships between Lebanon and France. So it was easier also to take a student visa. All these things made me, okay, let me take this challenge and do that. And it was here in France where I gained again my French skills to be able to do conversations and actually today work even in French.
It's in order to develop the mastery of the language, it's always better to be in the country.
Yes.
And to speak it, because you can learn the language, the theory in the books, in lessons, by practicing it, but when you live in a country, you can hear so much things that aren't in the initial language or in the initial lessons of the language, but
Yeah.
all the little sounds, all the dialects that depends on the part of the country that you are living in. So it's really the best part to live in a country to learn the language, and because in order to come back a bit on your life, so you were born in Lebanon. You grew up in Lebanon until what age?
Until I came to France, or until 26 years old.
26. So you've done all school, preschool, schools, university, and you came in France at 26 years. For what?
To do my master's degree. So I worked in Lebanon.
Yeah.
So I did my studies up until the university. I finished university in Lebanon. Then I worked for a few years, and then I decided, okay, I want to do a career shift, and I want to do a master's degree.
Okay. So you already had finished your studies before living in Lebanon, and then you okay. And where did you go in France?
So I arrived to Antibes in the south of France on the Côte d'Azur, lovely region.
But it was too hot for you, so you decided to come to the north.
Yes, of course. I hated the sun, not at all, but no. So I did Schema Business School in Sophia Antipolis. I lived there for 8 months.
Okay.
And then moved to Paris for around 3 years, where I did my internship, and then I continued working. And then a year and a half ago, I moved to Lille to also for work, and here I am.
And here you are. And you say that the languages helped you to move, but what did pushed you to move? Why leaving Lebanon?
Wow, this is a good question, because I think it was a few months after I left Lebanon. When I came back to Lebanon, I have a friend who asked me this question.
Okay.
But he actually told me there are forces that push and there are forces that pull.
Yeah.
So, and he made me think a lot about this question after he said this.
But what was your first intent of leaving? Was just for your career, for jobs, for
those are the forces that pull. So this is the idea of I'm going there to do my master's degree, to evolve in my career, to discover, to explore, to I'm a person who loves adventure, so this is part of the adventure. It was also part of I've been raised and lived all my life in Lebanon, and I just felt like, come on, I need just to go and explore and challenge myself. Those are the pull.
Okay.
The push was a bit of culture. Somehow I was starting to get tired of some aspect of our culture, Lebanese culture.
Okay.
I love Lebanon. I love my friends, my family, but everything has pros and cons, and the part of the cons were starting to get heavy on my shoulders. Part of it was that. Part of it was the economic situation in Lebanon. We were so I came here in 2020, summer of 2020. And it was just after the revolution that started in Lebanon, after the explosion of the port, after the first round of COVID. So the economic situation was so bad, and the opportunities were limited. Part of the push forces were also personal reasons related to I have lost my mother a couple of years earlier. And I felt, okay, I needed space to actually figure out life.
Yeah, it was the right time to move, to try something different for your life.
Yeah, and it was just after I lost my mother. It was part of it was being so close to the family, supporting everyone, being there for everyone, and I just I didn't know that deep inside, but I discovered it when I arrived to France.
Yeah.
Is that I needed space. I needed time for myself and not for others. I needed time to think, to actually live the grief. So those are the things that were hidden even from me.
Yes.
And then when I arrived to Antibes, when I was walking on the beaches at night during sunset alone, and I started thinking about this question that my friend asked me, this is where I realized, okay, there is a much bigger thing to think about here.
And I forgot my question. Because the Lebanon culture is very family centered.
It is very, very family centered. It's not about the small family; it's also about the big family. So everyone is involved in your life, and you are involved in everyone's life.
Yes. Okay.
It's somehow that. And
do you have an example of for the living where all your family living in the same house?
No, so my small family, so with my father and with my mother back then and my siblings, we were in the same house.
Yeah.
But like my grandparents and my aunt, they were living in an apartment in the same building.
Okay, yes.
Just like across the building.
And is it because of the culture, or is it just your family?
No, it's a bit of the culture. So it's not about the same building, but like my other uncle with my grandmother, they were living like 1 kilometer away, and like we're all from the same village, somehow close. But also I was part of a community in Lebanon, and also so close to the community where all the community is also involved in your life. It's just a social aspect of Lebanon where it's family, it's friends, it's whoever. It's everyone is involved in everything. And
but people don't move geographically far during their life.
Lebanon is too small, so most of the people, and culturally it's like that. Also, you stay with your at your father's place up until you get married.
Okay, yes.
That's the most known thing, unless exceptionally like your family is really in the north and you want to go to Beirut to study. This is where you can.
Yeah, this is the only time that you can leave. Okay.
But no, usually, and then if you want to go back to the region where your parents live, you're gonna live with them and not alone. So it's not at all somehow acceptable socially yet.
And is it socially or culturally, or is it also in terms of finance?
But it's more cultural. Okay. I would say it's more cultural, and it's been like this for years, and so that's why also financially people don't even think about it. So they don't assume it. It's becoming less and less the case with younger people.
Yes,
but it's still the case with my parents and this age of generation. And one of his examples I could give you, when I decided actually to leave my parents' house to do flat sharing with the community people that I used to belong to. It's not only that I had to ask the permission of my parents; it was negotiations. So it wasn't just a question. But then when I took the decision with them, I remember getting the opinions of my grandmother, who called me, my aunt who had an opinion about it, and everyone was like agreeing or disagreeing, and I was like, it's my choice, but there you go, this is the culture.
And was it like 50-50, or there was a majority of people disagreeing, or they were okay, you live your life?
I know most of them were disagreeing.
Okay.
I mainly
you was the little rebel of the family.
But yes, and in lots of cases I was the person, I was the rebel, I was this guy, the black sheep.
And today, how has the relation evolved?
I have a good relationship with my family in general, and when I say family here, I'm talking about the big family, because I was the black sheep within my cousins, and it's not about just the small family. I have a very good relationship with them. Today they understand more that this is my decision and this is my life, what I'm doing. Do they like it? I don't know. They ask me a lot to come back to Lebanon. On every phone call, on every time I go back to visit them, they tell me, okay, till when are you staying in France? When are you coming definitely to Lebanon? What are you still doing there? You have no one there. Here you have the family. That's it.
Okay, and so what are your plans now? Do you what do you answer when they say when are you coming back? What are you planning? If you are planning,
today I'm happy in my life. I'm
Yeah.
happy in the way it is. I'm happy in my job, in where I'm living, in the activities that I'm doing, in the people that I'm meeting. I don't see in the context in which I'm living today. I don't see myself going back. I'm not sure. I'm not saying never. I'm not sure if one day I might go back. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay in France. Today, in the context of my life, I'm happy here.
Yeah, you are good. And but if you imagine yourself, because now today you are in France, you are in Lille. Maybe you are going to travel in the world for the next years. When you're old, for example, do you think you're going to end your life in Lebanon, or it's not even you don't know?
I really don't know, because part of my dream is to have a family one day, to raise a family, to have kids. It's part of my dream, and this would be the priority, and I would see where the context is better to my family. Also.
Okay. Yes.
So that's why for me, we'll see.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's not a question of country or time of life. It's just a question of you already see yourself as a group, and what's best for everyone. Everyone is in the as the choice to make, and you will make it together.
Exactly.
Okay. Now it's interesting. And so what is your favorite language today?
Actually, in the Lebanese dialect, we use lots of French and English words.
Okay.
So as a joke, there is even a song about it. We would say when we meet a person, "Hi, kifak, ça va." So we use 3 different words in 3 different languages.
Okay.
And I love that. It's so rich as a dialect. It's you're not limited, and we even say like bonjour, and we have an answer for that in Lebanese, which is bonjouren, and bonjouren means like double bonjour for you. And
a double bonjour. So
it's like I'm giving you give me 1, I give you 2. And
okay.
It's just
and
also
I give you 3 and you give me 4 and it's never ending, and we spend the whole day saying bonjour.
But it's part of the culture, yes, because you go the Lebanese to any restaurant or whatever, you're gonna have a fight on who's paying. You go to whatever, so it's part of the culture of being more generous with the others. And even in the language, I would give you 2 bonjour if you give me 1. And I love the Lebanese dialect for that. I love the freedom that we have within it, and how much we could express ourselves.
And so if you meet another Lebanese, you got this exchange. You can speak each other in this language.
Yes, directly.
In this way. I mean?
Yes, directly, and we will directly understand each other. And even from the dialect, I could know somehow from which region he's coming from, Lebanon. Even, by the way, we chat in the Lebanese dialect, so we don't write Arabic, we don't write English or French. We really use letters and numbers to express the Lebanese dialect.
Okay, yeah, and it's interesting. And so with all the places that you traveled yet, work relative, what was your best place to stay at? Did you prefer work and stay and live in Lebanon, in Antibes, in Paris, in Lille? What are your feelings today?
Today
about the place to live?
Yeah, Antibes was really student life, and as a person who worked in Lebanon and arrived to Antibes, it was a good also time to pause and go back to student life. So I loved it as a student life. I didn't work there, so I'm not sure if I would really like it. Today, my preference between the three places I would say that I worked in, which is Lebanon, Paris, and Lille, I would say Lille.
Okay. But maybe it is because you are going straight in life, and so it's because you are older in Lille, so you prefer Lille. But if you've been older in Paris or older in Lebanon, maybe it depends of life.
Yeah, of course, it might be there. But as a preference today, it's Lille. Especially, I think I love the city. It's in the middle. It's not Paris, so it's not this a crowded, huge, very business-oriented city. It's not Lebanon, also, where I'm living in the village, going just out of the village to work and then coming back. So it's really in between. It has the calmness when I need it, and it has the vibes, the people, the
energy,
the party, that I need also. So that's part of why I love it.
This is the size of city that you like, because it's a human size city. Still yet we don't know the future, but yes, it's this kind of cities that it's not the biggest ones, but it's a big city, but you can do everything by foot.
Exactly.
Yet, and this is why it's cool to live here, because you are not you do not depend on car or on plane or on train to go inside the city. Exactly. If someone tells you I live in Lille, you know that if you go in Lille, you're going to see him in an easy way.
Yes.
If you go to Paris and a man tells you I live in Paris, you say, okay, where in Paris?
Yeah, exactly. Which side of it? Of course. And part of my experience in Paris when I first arrived was I was living in the complete east of the suburbs of Paris.
Yeah.
And I was working in the western part. And I had to travel all Paris every day, back and forth. So it wasn't that easy. Then I moved. I was able to find an apartment and moved to the other side, closer to my work. However, it's still not as Lille as this. Yeah, the idea of having both sides of the coin. Today I go to work on my bike. I have the chance to go running after work. Everything is just close, accessible.
Yes.
I need 20 minutes to be home, so it's super easy for work.
Yeah, also. And it's a way of life that allows you to get surprises and to not plan everything, because you know that if you have 1 hour and a half to go home, you say, okay, I need to go home because if I go home now, it's already gonna be 10 o'clock. Yes. Okay, so I see why you like this life. And a lot of forums and people say that in order to grow, in order to grow, in order to discover the world, to grow. Yes, this is the term. In order to step out, you need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to travel alone. You have experienced that. What are your feelings on this subject today, on the comfort zone? My first question: what do you think of the comfort zone? If you have an idea on the subject, and traveling alone, what do you think of it too? So first question: the comfort zone.
So it's the comfort zone, so it's always difficult to step out of it.
Yeah. But how would you define the comfort zone?
Well, it's for me, it's what you're used to. So It's more about I'm used to see these people. I'm used to take this type of transportation. I grew up in this place. I have my shelter. It's easy to talk to those people. So it's really what I'm used to. What I feel is easy. It's not challenging. It's not taking energy. It's not creating anxiety. So all those things that just come without any effort.
Yes.
This is for me a comfort zone.
And so do you step out of it frequently? Frequently?
Yeah, well, of course, and it's part of the trajectory of my life today. The decision of coming to France, but not only. Like lots of the decisions that I've taken in my life are stepping out of this comfort zone and taking risks and exploring and living. And this is where I would say, as I mentioned, I love adventure in general in my life, but also in my activities or in whatever I do. And you cannot be adventurous if you're sitting in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So
it's not compatible.
Yeah. So this is part of me. This is part of my passion. So that's why I challenge a lot the limits of my comfort.
And also you succeeded in that over your different adventures from Lebanon by doing it alone and traveling alone. How do you feel about all these things that you've done by yourself? Weren't you afraid of going alone?
So here, to be honest, this is where it's tricky for me.
Yeah.
I like to challenge my comfort zone. However, I've never done it alone.
Okay.
When I arrived to France, I arrived with a friend of mine, and it was really random because I took the decision to do this master's alone. He took the decision to do the same master's, but we haven't communicated about it.
Okay.
And it really helped me in the decision. Like, okay, great, then we're gonna come together to France.
But did you take the decision before knowing that he is doing it today?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
initially you wasn't doing it. You were doing it alone.
Yeah, the decision that I took, it was I'm going alone.
Okay.
But then the day I found that he's also going, it really helped me and like it gave me comfort.
Yeah.
And then like all the context. So moving to Paris from Antibes to Paris, also I knew I have some friends in Paris. I lived alone. I took this decision alone, but I know that at the end in this corner, I can go back a bit to the comfort zone.
You got a bit of your comfort zone with you, but it was essentially your decision, your project, your life, doing it alone.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I don't feel comfortable or I don't feel the confidence today to take a step 100% out of my comfort zone without knowing that, again, in this corner, I have a bit of comfort, especially on people level. So you tell me go to whatever country you want. If I don't have a context or a person or something, I have difficulty to say, okay, it's really everything is unknown and I'm going there.
Yeah.
So,
but it's the smallest comfort zone. It's but you just need one little point, one little piece of comfort zone, and you can go.
Yes.
And you're sure you would never try it if there was nothing related to your comfort zone?
This is one of the things that I would like to challenge myself with. And
it depends. It depends on the project. Yeah, we are not asking you to go live in a new country where you don't know anybody tomorrow. But for example, for the holidays.
Yeah, even for holidays, I haven't done it. I went on a couple of trips where I didn't know the people I was going with. However, I knew that there's a context.
Yeah.
So it's not just I took my backpack and went and I met the people there. No, I knew that we were a group of unknowns, but we were going together.
Yeah.
And so it's one of the challenges. I've been thinking about it a lot to say, okay, one day I really want to take my backpack, book a trip, go alone to a city, to a mountain, to whatever, and just do what I do today within this comfort, but to challenge the borders of my
your comfort zone.
of my capacities, I would say.
Okay, and so and have you already think of it? What would be required for you to do an adventure like this?
A courage, self-confidence.
But every day you gain a more and more confidence, and every day you step towards this possibility.
I know, and
so what would be required to just take the one step that separates you from doing it?
I think this step will come soon, and very soon. It's been I mean, it's been few years that I'm thinking about it, and the more time I'm the more time I'm spending thinking about it, the more I feel, okay, I have to do it. Let's go. And I already started putting some plans, some options, some thoughts. I just need to apply it, but I think it's getting sooner and sooner.
Oh, stay tuned! It's going to happen soon. Yeah, because by thinking of it, by planning it a bit, you grab the project and you take it a bit into your comfort zone. You make it more comfortable and more available. You make the possibility more available of doing it because you think of it, you prepare it a bit, so it's easier because it's a bit prepared.
I think the part I agree with you, but the part that is most challenging for me is I love meeting people, talking to people. I love sharing things with people. I hate doing something just by myself.
Yes.
And for me to meet people, I have never done it without a context.
Yes.
And the idea of me traveling and not having a real context to meet people and staying alone, this is what I'm afraid of. Or having to step out of the comfort zone and go and talk to people without context.
Yeah.
Also, this is what I'm afraid of. And that's a bit the dilemma, much more than the idea of actually traveling or finding an hotel or hiking or whatever. It's just, I don't want to stay alone. I would love to meet people, but without context. And this is a challenging thought. Just
and don't you think that if you go on this alone venture, don't you think that if you go on this alone adventure, when you are in the country, when you are alone, you can't not meet people. So if you were in the adventure, it would be impossible for you to not talk to people. So it's almost impossible that you don't meet people, because when you are in it, you want to meet people, you're going to try. Because if you are in it, you can't say, it's going to be difficult. You won't. Once you say to yourself, okay, now I'm alone, I want to meet people. The power of you don't want to stay alone.
Mm-hmm.
You want to meet people. So even if you don't feel confident enough, your body will say, no, I don't want to stay alone. Okay, I don't care. I'm going to speak to this man in the street, and you will see.
Well, I agree with you. By theory, it's this. I totally agree. But my stomach ache when I think about it doesn't say the same. So, but I totally agree, and I know that I need to take the step, and I want to take this step. It's not just about need. It's about the desire. So, I'll keep you posted. But I totally agree.
Yeah, you're gonna try it. I know you're gonna try it. You're gonna try it someday. And with all the, so you've done a lot of work traveling, but you've also done a lot of holidays traveling. I would say a lot of trips. What was your best experience so far, or your favorite one, or yours maybe, if there are many, if there are several?
Yeah, I've traveled a lot. A lot depends. Everything's relative. So I've I've done lots of trips in my life, but I started on like somehow old age, not old, but older age. So I never traveled when I was super young. I visited lots of countries. I would say two adventures or two trips that I've done that impacted me a lot are Spain. So I went with 3 other guys, and we did the Camino de Santiago, so the Compostelle.
Okay.
But it's all the trips. So we did Barcelona, then we walked the Compostelle, then we went to the south and stayed in Sevilla for a few days.
And so how many time did you hike?
We did around a week, I guess, of walking. And we did the last part of it, so we really arrived to Santiago. Yeah. This trip impacted me a lot. I would say it was the first time I do a kind of trip like that.
Yeah.
Really backpacking and walking, hiking, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. How old were you?
It was in 2018. I need to do the calculations. No, so 2024. 24. Yeah. So yeah, are we doing the calculations? 24.
24. Okay. Why was it one of your best trips?
I discovered it was the first time. So lots of aspects in it. So it was the first time where I discovered my passion for adventure and hiking. It has been years where I'm saying, okay, I do lots of activities, lots of things in my life, but I don't really have a passion. And there I discovered this passion. So it impacted my whole life. I would say I rediscovered it because I knew that I had it since I was a little kid. I used to do those kinds of trips with my dad, and then I was scouts. I used to love nature and hiking, but it just went to sleep at some time. Yeah. And I rediscovered it in this trip. It's also the idea of having a lot of time to think about life, about spirituality, about exchanging it with some of my closest friends, exchanging the experience. I was able to do a parallelism on my life and the idea of doing a pilgrimage or the Camino de Santiago, and it made sense.
Okay.
And this is one trip. The other trip, I would say, it was Norway. Okay. I went to Norway in March 2024. It was between 2 jobs, so I had nothing to think about. So it was a true vacation.
It wasn't holidays. It was just a trip.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a trip.
And I would say it completed the first trip in my discovery of life, discovery of myself, discovery of what I want, who I am. I asked lots of questions about it. After it, there were lots of changes in my life. So there's this aspect, and then there's Norway itself as an experience, as the group that I was with. I was with a group of that I don't know, and today I would say they became friends. I'm still in touch with them.
Okay. How long was the trip?
It was for 10 days.
Okay. But in 10 days you've become friends.
Yes. They were 10 days, but they were intense in the adventure level, but also in the discussions and the at night with a bit of GNP or outside, you're cold, you're waiting for the aurora boreal, and then you have the deepest discussions of your life with people. And the cool thing about this group was there were people of my age and till people of there was a lady who's 78 years old.
Okay, yes.
And the exchange of experience, the discussions, it was so enriching that it made me think a lot. And also the nature in Norway, the colors, the beauty of of what we've seen. Just being there, knowing that I'm existing in this, and having the opportunity to see what I'm seeing also made me question lots of things in my life, my priorities, how I do and think about those things. So I would say those are the 2 trips that really impacted me, and those are the best trips that I've done so far.
Okay, and so the similarities were the hiking. You've done a lot of hiking in both.
Yeah.
But in the first one you were with friends, and in the second one you were with complete strangers.
Yes.
And both it was a very good experience for you. So knowing that these were your two best times, what would be your dream adventure? What is your actual dream adventure? Because dreams can evolve in life, and if you complete the dream, you can have another. So what is today your dream adventure? What is your big project that you want to do? Or yours, if you have.
I have a long list of places on Earth that I would like to discover, and if I have the opportunity to discover all the places, I would be happy. Patagonia is one of them.
Yeah.
New Zealand, Central Asia, so Mongolia, Kazakhstan, things like that. So those are 3 main regions where I would really love to go. I think they are different of what I've done so far. Different cultures, different experiences. My dream thing is also related to my dream in life. I love sharing. As I said, I've never went alone, but part of it because I love sharing what I do. Sharing it with people, have the discussions, the laughs, the adventure, the adrenaline, the pictures, whatever. So if I want to close my eyes and think about a trip like that, I wouldn't imagine myself alone. I would imagine some of my closest friends, or someday my partner. With it, if my family, my kids, something like that.
Okay. Or some strangers that you don't have met yet, and that will bond exceptionally with you.
But if I am dreaming, I'm not dreaming about those strangers. But
you can dream about strangers. But
actually, part of why I loved going with strangers, and why I did it again in Peru, and why I loved Norway, and it marked me like that, it was because you're with strangers, you can be really who you are without any filters, or at least this is why I experienced it, and this is why I questioned. I'm like, after Norway, I said, I was so happy in Norway because I was who I am, and this is what I want to live every single day of my life. And it was a critical decision for me after Norway to say, I don't want to be what people are expecting Ghady to be. I want to be who I really am, and I want to be happy.
Yeah.
In this sense. And being with strangers all the time helped me. Being the idea of probably not seeing them again in my life, I don't really care about their opinion. Let me be who I really am, and this changed the whole aspect of Norway. And that's also part of how if I want to say, the changes that I took after Norway, but also part of my dream. If I want to imagine a next trip, or a next life, or a next whatever things I do, this is one of the priorities, and it's difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to keep on dreaming.
Yes,
to keep on dreaming, to keep on having projects, and imagine what will follow in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've already spoken about it several times, but today you are single. Mm-hmm. I wasn't remembering the term. You are single, and you want to. So one of your dream is to build a family. How do you feel today about this? are you trying to find your partner in life? How are you feeling it? How are you doing? How are you living it today?
It's one of the challenges of today. So of today for me, I would say especially in the Lebanese culture also, people like directly get married. You'll go out with a person, but you don't live with them. You get married. You buy a house together. You get kids. I don't have this. I don't like this about our culture specifically. But when I go back to Lebanon now, all my friends have their houses, their wives, their kids, and they settle down.
You are the outlaw. You are
I
the
am
little
the outlaw.
rebel who left.
But a bit, but it gives you also. It's not the pressure, but sometimes it gives me the desire to say there are aspects of this life that they have that I would like to have, and how am I living it today? So again, there is this desire. I want it. Am I doing big things to have it? I cannot say that specifically. It's also the context. Again, I'm not comfortable if there's no context.
You don't want to meet someone to meet someone.
Yeah.
You want to meet someone to do things, to do projects, to do hiking, but not meeting for meeting.
That's it exactly. So I don't see myself with a person that is not sharing somehow the passions that I have. Not because I want someone copy paste of me. It's because I love
the feminine version of me,
the
feminine ready.
I hope not, but but it's more about as I love to share, and it's a dream to go with my partner to adventures like that. I would love this partner to also love these kinds of things. So that's part of it. And the second is it's also about the finding a person that has the same values, ideas. So it's not that easy to just take a random person and meet this person and and discover. So that's part of it. And second, I think it's a limitation in my personality or character, again, of the comfort zone or of the idea. I prefer of me being attached to people. So if this is the dilemma, if you want. I would like to meet a person in a certain context. So within a friends group, within I don't know, whatever context it is. However, if I'm friends with this person, even if I have feelings towards them, it's so difficult for me to take a step because I would say it's risky, and I would prefer to keep them as a friend forever than take a risk and make things awkward and lose this person.
And yes, but if you have a good relationship, a good friendship with someone, you should be able to speak with them about this subject without losing the friendship if the feelings aren't mutual.
I totally agree. It's a limitation that I have. It's something that I struggled with for years. Today, I'm putting lots of effort to challenge this again, to go out of the comfort zone on this specific topic area. I don't say I'm comfortable with it yet. I'm trying, but it is a challenge. And as I am trying to do it today, I'm still uncomfortable with it, you see. Yeah. So I know that I hate doing this. However, I know that I have to do this if I want to achieve my dreams.
Yeah. Because if you spend your life depending on the other person to do the first step, I think you can wait a long time.
But yes.
I think that almost every time in life you have to take the first step if you want something, take the first step. And because
for me,
if
it's about
you
being
if you
sure
wait,
about it. You see, it's not
Yeah, yeah.
about just taking the step. It's like I want the answer. So if I ask you out, I want already to know that you're gonna say yes, which is not the reality of things.
yeah. So it's not a question. If you already know the
Yeah.
answer,
And that's the dilemma.
it's a vicious circle. You are blocked here.
Yeah, but yeah.
And what about the dating apps?
So I've tried them for a while, and they made me.
You've tried all the apps.
No, I mean, no.
I've tried all the apps, all the single persons within 50 kilometers, and nobody is good. Nobody matches my criteria. Maybe my criteria are high, but I don't want to lower my standards.
Well, it might be that I'm not matching their criteria too. So
okay, so it's okay.
No, but it's just I at some point when back then actually when I decided to challenge myself on all this topic, because it's since the beginning, since I was even much younger, I wasn't comfortable with this specific topic. So it's not something new. And when I decided to deal with it and challenge it, part of it was, okay, let me go on dating apps and start from there. So I did that for a while, and it's just the idea of having a conversation on the app with a person that I don't know for a while, and then asking them to take a drink with you, to just meet them. It frustrated me because for me it was a conversation that doesn't make sense, because I don't know you, so I'm not interested in
having a drink, or
no, not in having a drink actually, because the conversation is, okay, how was your day? I'm not interested in your day because I don't know you, but I need to ask, how was your day?
Yeah. The same paradox.
So it's those type of conversations, like a bit were tiresome for me, and then being direct and asking the girl, like, hey, let's skip all this bullshit and let's actually go and meet each other. If it's okay, it's okay. It's not okay, well, we take a drink and each one of us goes in his path. It also scares the people, so they won't accept. And I felt like, okay, this is really tiring, and
yes, but maybe you should continue trying to be direct and to ask them to do something in order to meet. And if the person say no, it may just wasn't the good person, and this is the good side of the app. It's if one person says no, you can try another.
Yeah, but this is what happened. I told you I used them for a while, and I met some cool people, some less cool.
Cool, some less cool.
I had some weird stuff. I had some funny stuff, but it just for now, for the where I am today, actually I feel less. I have less energy for that.
Yeah. How many people did you met? Approximately. Is it 5 or is it 50?
No. So when I was in Paris, but this is where I started the first time using the applications. I went out with a few dates, some longer relationships also through this app.
So it worked a bit.
Yeah, it worked a bit. Then when I moved to Lille, I reinitiated this for a while. I also met 2-3 people. Met them. I mean, no, I met a bit more, but people that I saw them again, there are 2-3 people. And that's it.
Okay.
So I would say a total of 10 in general, people that I've met face to face through those apps.
And now you say it's not for me.
Well, to be very honest, I still have my profile, but I never go to the application. I never look at it. I have no clue what's happening there, but I still have it as in one day, if I feel I want to go back, I just go back.
But maybe your future partner has sent you a message and you aren't opening it. You should go back.
Maybe.
And
can we pause
okay.
the? I'll just look at the applications right now. No.
Okay, we're gonna check. Maybe your future partner in life is there. No. But yeah, I have this same paradox with the applications of I can't speak with someone just to speak. I don't see or I am not clever enough to discuss with a person. I'm not good in small talk. I'm not good at killing time. I can speak about almost anything, but if there is something behind, if there is a sense, if there is a project, if it makes sense, if I want to go running and we start speaking about the weather, okay, I see because there is something, but I just can't talk about the weather if we are at the desk all day. I don't care about talking. The rain is coming. Amazing. I don't care. So this is the paradox of the application. I can't understand the fact to speak with someone for a long time before meeting them in real life, and with our friends, with our family, we never ask them to go for a drink in order to meet them. We ask them for a drink to spend a good time with them, or we ask them to do an activity, to go hiking, to go shopping, because we want to do an activity, not because and we want to spend a time with them. Here, when the problem with the application, with the dating app, is that you almost need to earn the right to ask them to meet in real life.
That's it, exactly.
Where the purpose of the app, initially, I think, is to meet people in real life. The app is there for this, but when you go to the app, you have to pass a test with every people you start chatting with in order to earn the right to meet them in real life. I don't think we are going to have a virtual relationship our whole life, so maybe just go and meet each other, and then and a lot of time on the apps, I think, you meet someone for the first time after having 1 month of a virtual discussion. You meet them, and here you're going, physically it's not matching between you, and so you stop talking. So you say, okay, so all this work, all this discussion that seems interesting, for meeting finally in person and say, no.
Yeah, it's not. I would add, it's not only about physically, but when you're chatting on the phone, you have time to think about your answer. You have time to formulate it, and then also you don't see the facial expression of the other person. So is the person shocked because of your question? Are they laughing at your joke or not? They just sent you a smiley face, but they don't really care about what you said. You do the same. It's not only
it's a really mutual.
Exactly. So there's no transparency, and it's not quick, and it's just for today, it's not at all for me.
Maybe we are going to see what will happen in life.
Yes.
So to end on this topic and to move on another one, when we were at the top of a mountain with a bunch of friends 2 weeks ago, you asked us 2 very interesting questions, but we didn't get the chance to ask these back. So today is finally the day. The first one was, what are your passions? So, Ghady, what are your passions today?
As I mentioned a lot, I love adventures.
But what is an adventure? Because adventure is it's a
Adventure-
very philosophical
Yes.
word to say. I love adventures. I love dreaming. I love.
This is one of the passions, but adventure for me is the again we're going back, challenging my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And
I think
discovering something new.
I think it's a good definition of the adventure. It's stepping out of your comfort zone. Whether is the level of stepping out. You can step a bit. It's already an adventure. You can step a lot. It's big adventure,
but it's becoming an addiction for me, and the adrenaline rush. I'm searching for it now. So really going on. We went to a mountain together a week ago, and I would say, you tell me go back to the same mountain, do the same thing again, I would tell you it was incredible, but probably not, because I wouldn't have the same feeling I had the first time. And I'm searching for something new. So
this is what is dangerous about enlarging your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because one day you will have tried everything in the world, and you're gonna be what can I do now, because I've done everything. But I think you need a lot of time to do everything the world has to offer, to see everything, to do it, to try everything. So I don't think that one human life is enough to try everything. So I think we're safe. Safe.
You know, part of the adventure is going on hiking, going on trips, discovering cultures. But also, I've done scuba diving, I've done skydiving, I've done parapente. I've done kayaking in the fjords of Norway. Those are the adventure parts, but also mixed with sports, I would add. So because I'm passionate about sports, since I was a kid, I've done lots of kinds of sports, but also watched a lot of sports, and it's something that is interesting to me. Another thing would be music. I've also done lots of music, but also just listening to music. It's something that I do all the time at work. Somehow they're starting to complain about how much I sing out loud. I'm in the office. Every day I have a song. I always have a song in my head, and I could sing it anytime. Even like my managers were commenting about it in a funny way, but like this guy who's always singing.
It means it's okay. It means your work is okay if you can sing at it out loud. It means there is a good ambience at work.
Well, there is a good ambience. That's
or
for
maybe
sure.
Before you start singing. At least.
At least for me, I'm not disturbed. So for them, I'm not sure. For me, I'm happy to be singing. And then there's photography.
Yeah.
As you've seen, I have my my small camera. I take it everywhere. I love taking good pictures. So I think those three summarize somehow adventures mixed with sports, photography, and music. Those are my passions that I could talk about.
It's to step outdoor, the outdoor world. Because you can play music, you can play, sing, do music outdoor. And the second question was, what makes you wake up in the morning? What makes you go out of your bed in the morning?
That was the
question. except
your
the
alarm.
Except the alarm.
So
you asked us, huh?
Yes, exactly. I love asking those questions to people to challenge them, to think about the answers, but also to know them better. Because a person that gives me an answer like the alarm, or just because I have to go to work,
it's a bit sad.
It's a bit sad, and it gives me a lot of understanding of this person in front of me.
But I love this question because when you ask them, it made me, when you ask me, it made me think of it, and it's not questions that you think about every day. So when you ask the question, everyone needs a little time to say, what are my passions?
Yes.
Okay. So I hope that everyone can do what he likes or what he loves every day, at least a bit. But when you ask the question, everyone needs the time to say, okay, what are my passions? What do I like doing?
Yeah.
So these are interesting questions. But what makes you wake up in the morning?
So today, the answer for me is it got clearer with time. It's people.
Oh, what a beautiful answer.
I love sharing life. So I love actually living life and living it abundantly to the maximum. But also I love living it with people. The idea of waking up and staying alone at home without benefiting from what I have today, without going out, sharing with people, the discussions, the coffee, the laughs, the challenges. This is really what motivates me every single day in my job, but also not in with my friends, with everything that I do. I want to live my life, because that's the biggest gift. I guess for me, the sense of life is to live it, and I want to live it with the people that I love. So this is my answer. This is my everyday motivation.
And have you ever tried to live alone?
By the sense of. I mean, live alone as in a full day not talking to anyone.
No. Living alone in an apartment.
But today I live alone.
Today you live alone.
Yes,
and it's okay. You like this way of life.
I mean,
or would you rather live with someone?
It depends on the person. You know. In today's context that I have, I'm happy that I'm living alone, but also I'm super happy that I have friends that are living a couple of meters away.
Yeah.
So in the same street.
And that you have a social life with the work,
exactly.
with your friends, and
I try at least to go every day, or at least 3 times per week to the office, but I try to go even 4 times if I can, because I don't like working from home all the day by myself.
You won't spend if you get the choice, you won't spend the day alone.
Yeah,
alone.
Yes.
Even if there was no work, you would go out and try to meet someone.
I would feel that I lost my day if I didn't meet people, even though I was productive in what I am doing personally. But I feel it was a wasted time. And just a joke about when I was much younger, when I was living with my parents. My parents were able to know if I have plans for the night with my friends, if I'm seeing my friends or not, just by looking at me. And they would see that he's somehow depressed, so his plans aren't working for tonight. And then and they told me this story that I used to cry a lot when I was really a little kid. And every day they took me to school with my sister. When I arrived to school, I was all the time crying, and they didn't understand why. One day, my sister didn't have school, so they took me actually at the time I need to go, because my sister started earlier, so I used to go earlier with my sister. That day I went at the correct time, if you want, and I arrived there. They were my friends. I saw them. I didn't even say bye to my parents, without crying, without anything. I just went inside with my friends. And they discovered that what was happening is I was arriving earlier than everyone. I was alone and I was crying. I didn't want to go to school. The day that I saw my friends outside, I just went, even without telling them bye.
Even though that you know when you go to school that at the start, because it was too early, you were gonna be alone, but your friends were gonna arrive.
Yeah.
So even though you know that your friends were gonna arrive, you were crying at the start.
Yeah, because
you are not patient at all.
But I wasn't patient. I would say now it's better. It's becoming better. But yeah, exactly. And this is this is enormous for me. The people side of things, the relationships, it takes a huge part of my life, and it gives also sense to what I do.
Okay. And so to come back to these two questions, and why it made you think of it, or why did you ask us these questions at the end of the hike this day? Were you thinking of it for some days? And
no, those are questions that it's not the first time that I ask. So I ask a lot for people that I don't know a lot, and I'd like to know better. And within this group, there were people that I've met few times, but we don't have a deep relationship. And after a couple of days of hiking together, I was interested to have those deep relationships of knowing those people better, of hopefully building something for a long term. So this is how I do it. So I just ask those questions. I was interested to know about their lives, about how they think, about what they do.
You already had ideas of what our answers would be?
No. I was,
because we've been spending several days together, so you might start to know each other, to know the personality and what kind of answers
but I mean,
be giving.
I mean, for the first question, which is the passions, it might be a bit easier, but the passions questions is a start for the second question. So they come together.
Yeah.
And the second question, it really also triggers people to think. And what I do when I ask those questions to people, I'm not looking for an answer, or I'm not looking actually for a specific answer. I'm not expecting something. I'm asking them to think, and I'm opening the door for a deeper discussion. So it's not about this question. It's about also the discussions that this question can lead to after. And this is what's interesting for me, because to have a shallow discussion all the time with people, it won't build what I'm searching for.
I see what you mean. And this is for having a talk about the subject with a friend recently. This is today at our ages what is lacking in certain relationship, in certain friendships. It's in French we call it deep discussions, but yeah, I think we've reached a certain age where we need to, where we can't just get silly discussions. Or it's very important to laugh, to make fun with each other in discussion and in friendships, but we can't do this. We need some deeper thoughts, some deeper discussions to grow the relationship, to make the friendship grow, and this is what is lacking in certain friendships. And I think this is why we're reaching an age where with some friends we're starting to take a distance and to think, okay, we are, each one of us is going on his own path of life, and maybe we weren't meant to spend our whole life together as friends.
Exactly. And part of it's also it helps grow the friendship, but it helps you grow because first you open up and you challenge your thoughts and yourself. It makes you think, but also you get to know more opinions, more ideas, more how other people think, and the thought about it challenges your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas. And part of it also, like just having those conversations, it's a way also to impact other people, because it's not about only challenging them, it's about sometimes helping them in the way they are thinking, or in the bottlenecks that they have, and some ideas. When I open up about a challenge that I have, and you tell me I have the same challenge, okay, so let's talk about it. Let's share our ideas. Let's go.
And it's very good feeling when you speak a deep thing about yourself, and the other say, oh, me too, and you share something, and here you are building something.
Yeah, it's even like when I asked this question, and we bonded about we bonded on some common passions that we share, or some common ideas, or it's just the way to do it. And seeing the smile on people's face where they realize, okay,
we can talk about this because we have a common point there.
Exactly.
And so I've speak a bit about the age, this our generation. You are 31 years old today.
Yes.
How are you feeling about your age? Are you at peace with your age?
Yes, I am at peace. I do lots of jokes about my age, because it's the age where I could start saying that I'm getting older, but I actually don't feel that I'm getting older. But
I'm telling this to my friends since I am 20 years old. So to my brothers and my cousins and all the people that are younger than me, I'm very happy to say, oh, I'm so old.
But I also try to get some respect through it. Tell them like, hey, respect the old age.
It's harder.
Yeah. But I'm comfortable with it. If you want, I don't mind it. I'm comfortable with it. I'm happy with what I've lived so far, and I feel it didn't really change from like my life changed, but I mean the age is a number for me, so it didn't really impact if I was 31 or 26 years old. It's the experiences that I lived through this age, and all what I've done, and who I am today. This is what's important. The idea, what makes me anxious, or what makes me hate this number, not 31, but in general, the age idea, is the fact that I really want to do a lot more, and I know that the clock is ticking, and this is somehow it. But again, it's not about an age; it's about life.
But you with. If when you get this thought, if you know that you aren't doing anything to reach your goals, it's okay, because if when you get this out, you also know that you are working towards your goals, towards reaching your dreams, your project, and whatever you want, it's okay. If when you get this thought of I'm not doing enough, and you aren't doing anything at this time, here you can say to yourself, okay, I need to move, I need to do more. But if you get this thought and you say, okay, I haven't done enough for me because I'm hard on myself, but I'm doing this, I've got this project going on, I've been there 2 weeks ago, I'm going there in 2 months. So I think we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves regarding what we have done and what we want to do. As long as we aren't lazy, as long as we aren't still in our life, I think it's okay.
Yeah. It's not only about. I totally agree with you, and part of it, it's about the career, the ambitions, the goals, the projects, but also it's about the discovery, the adventure, the travels. So it's a mix, and that's how I feel. And a thing that impacted me a lot on this topic was when I lost my mother at a young age, and she was somehow young, and the fact that she was the one who pushed me a lot to go do what you like, don't delay it, I had a job when she was at the late stages of her cancer, and she was at the hospital, and I was in a job that I hated, and literally hated. I wasn't happy at all. And in the bed in the hospital, she looked at me, she told me, leave this job. And she was the one who told me, like, also, go ahead, at least do one trip per year, because I know that you love this. So yeah, I lost her, and part of the regrets that I think we share as a family is that lots of things that we wanted to do together, we used to say, nah, it's not the priority this year, it's gonna be next year. And at the end, we expected, okay, everyone is gonna live to 80, 90, 100 years old, but this wasn't the reality. And my mom couldn't do what she wanted to do because we were delaying, because it wasn't the priority. This is what I mean by pressure on the ticking clock or whatever. Yeah. It's because I don't know tomorrow if I'm gonna wake up or not, and I want to live.
I hope so.
But I want to benefit from this life. I want to live it to the maximum, and I want to live it today, not in the past, not in the future. Going back to the age, I'm not sure about 31 or 67 or whatever, but the idea that I have limited time and I want to do everything that I want to do, this is where...
Yeah, but it's good. It's very good. It's important to have projects, to have dreams, to have goals to reach.
Of course.
But are you satisfied with all you've done so far in your life? Because you are far from not doing anything. You are 31. You are only 31, and you've already traveled a lot, seeing a lot, meeting a lot of people, doing a lot of different things. You've succeeded in your studies one time. You've succeeded in your studies a second time. You've tried a lot of jobs. You're meeting a lot of people. I think you can be satisfied with everything you've done and wanting more for the what is coming next.
I'm very happy with what I've done till today. I'm very grateful for the people that also helped me to do what I've done today. So for my parents, for everything that they've done to us with my siblings since we were kids. As if I want to list all the activities, all the topics that I've addressed, all the challenges that I've done in my life, the traveling. If I want just to list them on a paper, I would say I wouldn't believe that I'm only 31 years old. And I've mentioned it to people at work and with my friends, and they always joke about it, like, come on, you're much older, because all what you've done is a lot. And it makes me happy when I hear this. It makes me want to do more, but it makes me so happy. So I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
It brings really joy to my life when I think about it.
And we are slowly reaching the end of this podcast.
Okay.
So already a big thank to you for sharing this time with me.
Thank you for having me.
Do you have a last philosophical thought to share? A last thing to say? A last thing to share to the people who are still listening to us?
I'm philosophical, that's for sure. There's a quote from a movie that I like. It's The Kingdom of Heaven, the movie, and I think it's one of the quotes that impacted my life and made me think a lot. It's what man is a man who does not make this world better. And it's something that I like to live with. And it's not about the big things that I'm doing in my life. It's really about the small things. If I can make a person smile, I've done this. I've made this world better. And today, if we are all able to do this, the world would be a much better place and a much happier place. And this is what I want to share with you at the end.
and you've put a smile on my face. So I think it's a beautiful way to end this podcast.
Thank you for having me.